The Revolt of the Three Feudatories, also known as the Rebellion of Wusangue, was a rebellion in China lasting from 1673 to 1681, during the early reign of the Kangxi Emperor, r. 1661 to 1722, of the Qing dynasty, 1644 to 1912. The revolt was led by the three lords of the fiefdoms in Yunnan, Guangdong, and Fujian provinces against the Qing central government. These hereditary titles had been given to prominent Han Chinese defectors who had helped the Manchu conquer China during the transition from Ming to Qing. The feudatories were supported by Xinjiang's kingdom of Tungning in Taiwan, which sent forces to invade mainland China. Additionally, minor Han military figures, such as Wang Fuchen and the Chahar Mongols, also revolted against Qing rule. After the last remaining Han resistance had been put down, the former princely titles were abolished. Background. In the early years of the Qing dynasty, during the reign of the Xuanzhi Emperor, central government authority was not strong and the rulers were unable to control the provinces in southern China directly. The government initiated a policy of letting the Han Chinese govern the Han Chinese. Some generals of the former Ming dynasty who had surrendered the Qing were allowed to help govern the provinces in the south. That was the result of the crucial contributions those generals had made at decisive moments during the Qing conquest of China. For instance, the navy of Geng Zhongming and Shankashi brought about the quick capitulation of Joseon in 1636, allowing rapid advance into Ming territories without worrying about what was behind. The defection and subsequent cooperation of Wusangue allowed swift capture and settlement of the Ming capital Beijing. In return, the Qing government had to reward their achievements and acknowledge their military and political influence. In 1655, Wusangue was granted the title of Pingxi Prince and granted governorship of the provinces of Yunnan and Guizhou. Shankashi and Geng Zhongming were granted the titles of Pingnan Prince and Jingnan Prince respectively, and were put in charge of the provinces of Guangdong and Fujian. The three lords had great influence over their lands and wielded far greater power than any other regional or provincial governors. They had their own military forces and had the authority to alter tax rates in their fiefs. The three feudatories. In Yunnan and Guizhou, Wusangue was granted permission by the Xuanzhi Emperor to appoint and promote his own personal group of officials, as well as the privilege of choosing warhorses first before the Qing armies. Wusangue's forces took up several million taels of silver in military pay, taking up a third of the Qing government's revenue from taxes. Wu was also in charge of handling the Qing government's diplomatic relationships with the Dalai Lama and Tibet. Most of Wu's troops were formerly Li Zicheng and Zhang Xianzhong's forces and they were well versed in warfare.